you see the quest thingy there, don't pay attention to that.
Ugh, too salty.
I accidentally walked into the main quest. That has to be put in something later. Anyway, this. What should I do? What's wrong? It's you. Nothing wrong. Except I might need to start looking for a new job soon. The other day, the innkeepers asked me to prepare a new dish that would attract more guests. Also, this side quest is not listed on anything for some reason. But it's here. It should be presentable and tasty, but also stylish and artisan. Oh, and have personality. I've been trying to come up with something satisfactory over the last week, but the innkeep didn't like any dish I came up with. What did you make? I gave it all I had, really. I utilized everything I learned while honing my culinary skills in the mountains. Candide, silk flower, or candid, yeah, I think that's candid, silk flower, whatever that was, lotus seed duck stew, crab roux, stewed meatballs. But he would shake his head at everything and ask me to give it another thought. But I've already reached my limit. Right. I still gotta cook something for that freeloader. It's time he came around. Haven't you reached your limit? At least he isn't as picky as the innkeeper. A few regular dishes should be enough for him. Since you're already here, why don't you grab a bite too? You can sit over there. I'll serve the food when it's ready. Oh, hello. I see that we have a special guest today. Usually it's just the chef and I, eating in silence. Perhaps your presence will liven up today's meal. But it appears that the chef is terribly worried about something today. Why the long face? These meatballs are not half bad. This meat just melts in my mouth. The broth packs a lot of flavor as well. Huh? There's a crab roux in the meat. No wonder it tastes so unusually fresh. Come, traveler, try one more. I'll teach you what to do. First use chopsticks to open the meatball up, then soak it in the broth, and eat it with some rice. So nice of you. You better enjoy the food, because that might be the last meal I get to cook here. Last meal you get to cook here? Who told you so? Oh no, is it because of me? Is the innkeeper fed up with you because you've been feeding me all this time? Seems a bit unfair, given that I supplied the inn with some of my best catches free of charge. That should have covered at least part of my bill. Besides, the innkeepers are known for being a miser. Give me a break. It was just a raw few fish, and most of them ended up in your stomach anyway. So actually... Fine, I'll tell you. Presentable, tasty, stylish, artisan with personality. I'm not so sure if there's any dish in this world that meets the innkeeper's requirements. You think it's funny? We'll see how you'll laugh when you come over next time, and I won't be here to feed you for free. Alright, it's not funny after all. So that's why you've been looking so worried today. It's hard to be in high spirits when your boss expects you to perform miracles all of a sudden. There might be a way out. Even though I can't cook myself, I happen to know a recipe for a unique dish. I came across this dish during a trip abroad when I happened to be a guest at a local big shot's house. They called it chicken tofu pudding. By the looks of it, you wouldn't say it's a meat dish. It really is as delicate as tofu pudding, but with a strong flavor of meat and herbs. A rare meat dish that, vegetarian cuisine imitates. That meal left me so curious about the dish that I asked my host for the recipe. However, I'm a bad cook, so the recipe has been collecting dust in my chest ever since. Surely it must be a very difficult dish. No doubt about it. According to the chef, those who attempt to make the dish have to be not only skilled in the art of cooking, but also in the art of the sword. What kind of dish requires swinging a sword? I can chop meat just fine with my knife. I'm afraid you'd sooner cut the chopping board in half than mince the meat fine enough with that knife of yours. I was told that minced meat is a highlight of this dish. As such, precise sword technique is the key to success. First, one needs to portion the meat and chop it up with the sword's edge. Then use the sword's backside to mince it, Next. Hold on, wait a minute. That recipe of yours is good for nothing in our hands. I'm not much of a swordsman, and you're not a cook. Where can we find a sword-wielding warrior who also happens to have some culinary skills? This person might be clearer than you think. Me? Precisely. Isn't it a fortune twist of fate that you know how to use both the sword and the stove? How about we let the traveler attempt to make the unique dish, but the innkeeper wanted Yang Zhao to? Well, the innkeeper only told Yang Zhao to come up with a new dish. He didn't specifically say who had to cook it, so it's still an open question. Am I right, chef? Ah, right. Your logic is smooth. Sound. Damn. But what ingredients do we need to make chicken tofu pudding? Nothing special, really. Just some fowl, ham, bird egg, and snapdragon. Still have some fowl and ham stored in the kitchen, but we're fresh out of bird eggs and snapdragon. Had I known sooner, I would have made those matsuki scrambled eggs. Traveler, can I count on you to bring one of each? Once you find them, we'll work that chicken tofu pudding out together. Naturally, I'll make sure to repay you for your help. Thank you in advance. I've never expected that this recipe might actually come in handy, and yet... Have you found a bird egg and snapdragon? Alright, we've got all the ingredients needed. Let's get to work. So, what do you want me to do first? Well, maybe our freeloading friend can provide us with some instructions. Right, first portion the meat on the table with your sword and slice it into the smaller pieces. Then mince it, slowly turning it into fine paste. Okay, that's good. Now pour some water into this pot. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
I'll bring my seasonings. Into the fire.
He missed.
Sooner we're done, the better.
Oh, pour water into the... right, okay, so I actually need to, like...
Wish me luck.
Well, I just put out the fire I worked to get. No, now I gotta get the stove working again? Oh my god.
Just sharpen my spear.
Hey! Let me try. This flavor. So rich and fresh. But the mouthful resembles that of tofu pudding. Looks quite presentable too, and requires truly exquisite workmanship. The premise is also catchy. A meat dish that imitates vegetarian cuisine. I'm sure many would like to try it for themselves. Not bad at all. I'm sure it'll make an innkeeper taste. What a surprise. Turns out you're more capable than I gave you credit for. Who knew a sponger like you would remember this recipe so well? I might as well tell you. Back in the day, I thought this recipe contained some sort of secret sword art, so I studied it day and night without ceasing. Now that I think about it, I must have been an absolute madman. It was just a recipe. Why would there be anything special about it? And all that practice to look for someone to ask justice. That's all. That was a magnificent deed, and here you are, speaking so softly about it. Well, once I exacted that justice, I came here. Thankfully, the innkeeper was willing to take me in and let me loaf about the place. I am now free of desire. I no longer wish to wield my sword, nor do I have any other skills. I suppose staying here for the rest of my life isn't so bad. Well now, I suppose I should give you a copy of the recipe. You can make it for yourself if you have the time. It's a little troublesome, but it tastes pretty good. Will you continue staying here? Of course, I never get tired of our good chef's food. Well, let's put this dish aside. We can show it to the innkeeper once he gets here. And after that... Hey, Mr. Wolfer. Don't you go anywhere just yet. Come over here. Oh, what do you want? I don't have another recipe for you, just so you know. Come on, didn't you say that you didn't have any skills apart from wielding your sword? Well then, draw that sword. I'm teaching you to chop meat. Chop meat? Well, I'm afraid... You'll get it pretty quickly. Chop meat today, make a dish tomorrow. Earn yourself a few of those, and there, you've got a skill. What are you... a few dishes under your belt, yes? That'll spare me the need to watch you scrape for food around here, that's for sure. Well, come on then. Don't drag your feet. You dilly-dally some more, and you can forget having any meatballs to eat tomorrow. Wait, what? Come on, you can't threaten me like that. Alright, I'll chop them. Hold on, I need to put the Tujuning away.
I hear you've got a job for me.
Alright, so cook. I'm gonna actually make this thing. Oh, it's an attack thing too. Alright. Let's make that up. It's interesting to finally get a new recipe after a while. And after this, I'm waiting to do the actual prologue, like, fully, even though I've actually accidentally done the first bit, which is still going to be put after this clip right here is done. You know, I'm waiting to see if I will have any commissions that I haven't done, like they're new, or maybe a part that I haven't done yet. I'm waiting to see if any of those will pop up to be put in the first half of the Chapter 2 prologue. If I don't have anything, then I didn't have anything, but I will be getting to editing these videos. Probably tomorrow. We're doing hunger stuff first. And I'll probably wake up early in the morning to do, like, editing. So I can have these videos getting uploaded and stuff like that. You know how it all goes. Because when Inizuma comes out, I can't have any videos that need to be getting uploaded. Well, I mean any Genshin videos, or anything on my PlayStation that needs to be getting uploaded. Though there will be Honkai in-bag videos I want to try and finish up when Inizuma gets here. So I'll probably focus the Genshin Impact event in Honkai Impact before doing anything in Inizuma. Alright, time to move on.
never imagined your brother would have sided with the Abyss.
I still can't accept it.
Well, keep your chin up. Paimon believes in both of you. And when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Right?
There must be more to this than meets the eye.
He said we needed to reach the end of our journey. Paimon bets he still has lots more to tell us. And we won't find out what this journey is or where it will end unless we keep going.
Thank you, Paimon.
Aw, don't mention it, partner. Travel buddies are supposed to look out for one another. Although, where should we go next? If we want to continue with the journey...
I still need to find that god.
Oh, you mean the god that took your brother away in the first place? You're right. After all, everything that followed, all this confusion, it all started with her.
I need to teach her a lesson she won't forget.
Ooh, Paimon supports that idea. Just the thought of it's so satisfying. Well, we've ruled out 2 gods so far, the Animo and Geo Archons. So, next...
Let's find the Electro Archon.
Paimon doesn't think we can simply walk into Inazuma. Zhongli said it was a closed nation. We'll have to find some other way in. Why don't we ask someone from Inazuma how to gain entrance?
Let me try and think of someone.
Oh, Paimon's thought of someone already! Atsuko in Lua Harbor! She's from Inazuma! Let's see what she has to say!
Okay, it's time for us to finally continue on with this. It's time for me to finally continue on with it. Like, for you guys, it's only been like a few seconds, but for me, it's been a few days. But tomorrow is when the last part of the Honkai Impact update for Genshin stuff comes out, and I need to finish all of that tomorrow. So I can't have anything else get in my way. I have to do this and finish that stuff tomorrow. So.
Wait for me.
Oh. Hello. Oh, I mean good fortune, right? I'm still learning to talk like a local. Is there anything I can help you with?
We wanted to ask, how do we get into Inazuma?
Oh, so that's why you're here. Well, there is a way.
Great! We came to the right person!
But the chance of success is incredibly small.
Huh. Incredibly small? Then how did you get out of Inazuma in the first place?
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out just how dangerous this method truly was. All I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. There was a storm raging ahead of me, and my pursuers were close on my tail. After I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean for I don't know how many days. My rations and fresh water supply soon ran out, and I remember getting to the point where I was sure I'd reached the end. Then, I blacked out, but to my surprise, my journey didn't end there. Or to put it another way, a new beginning found me.
Did someone from Liyue save you?
That's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth. The fact that I'm even alive to tell the tale must be a sign that the gods were watching over me.
What a horrible journey! And you set off knowing how dangerous it was?
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling. The Kanjo Commission subjects everyone leaving or entering the nation to a protracted approval process, and I felt like I didn't belong there.
Kanjo Commission? What's that?
Along with the other 2 commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. We usually collectively refer to them as the Tri-Commission. I suppose they're equivalent to the 8 trades under the Liyue Chising. One of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all individuals leaving or entering Inazuma. All non-nationals are processed centrally on Rito upon arrival. Meanwhile, the Tenryo Commission is responsible for implementing the recently promulgated Vision Hunt Decree. They act like the executive arm of the Raiden Shogun's rule. Loyal, yet unfeeling. It doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this. But after spending so long under that oppressive atmosphere, I begin to lose all hope for the future. What I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to Inazuma, you should abandon your plans of trying to get there.
There are answers to questions I must know there.
You should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain. Supposing you survived that, you would still need to get past the samurai guards that enforce the Sakoku Decree, the closed nation policy of Inazuma. And even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still have to produce the necessary documentation at the Rito Center for processing Outlanders. Otherwise, you'd be kicked out immediately.
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma, huh?
But there's a place for Outlanders to go, right?
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. Most Outlanders would be unable to acquire the documentation needed. But if you really are set on going, there is one thing you could try.
The raft idea sounds a little on the dangerous side. Plus, Paimon would definitely get seasick.
That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux fleet if they have some way of getting you to Inazuma. They're well known in Liyue.
Did the good part of the Liyue theme really just cut out and start up a new track? You gotta be kidding me.
Voyaging far and wide has made them a well-traveled group with a wide range of experiences. They may just know how to break through the storm.
But it's an armed fleet, right? Why would they agree to a request like this?
That part is up to you. If you're able to persuade their captain, Beidou, then the hardest part will be out of the way.
Let's give it a try.
The Alcor is the flagship of the Crux fleet. I heard that it's currently anchored by Guyunstone Forest on a supply run. This might be your best chance.
They've been anchored there since release. They ain't going anywhere yet.
Then there's no time to lose. Let's go find Captain Beidou.
Beidou. I don't know, Beidou just sounds better to me. But Beidou it is. Oh crap, I'm gonna have to fly over there again, aren't I? Or I mean... No, I have to fly there. It's been a long time since I've gotten back on the Crux fleet. I think the time I got on there was around my first week of Genshin. God, I've been here so much and I'm forgetting, like, which is the fastest way up top. I need you. See, like, I'm debating whether or not to go do Honkai stuff after this, but I can do all that tomorrow, because I need to edit these episodes, hang out with Zach, because I'm not going to be available tomorrow. So... tomorrow is all Honkai, until I finish. And then I need to edit all those episodes. As when Inazuma gets here, I need to have absolutely nothing to edit. Everything's gotta be done. Damn it, come on now. And I got a bad headache today, so I don't know if I was to record Honkai, it probably wouldn't end well. And Zach is doing some test stuff right now, so it's best for me not to be in the way. I don't know, he might have been done a lot sooner, I don't know. Let's get the stamina back. Zach would probably say otherwise, that he doesn't care if he's in the middle of the work and I'm, you know, in the party with him. I don't actually remember these islands being here. I haven't been out this way in a very long time, so I don't remember the area. I do know I need to fix up my party the day Inazuma comes out, get my strong team of Zhongling, Fischl, and Jean. How's it going? So, where's Beidou? There she is, and Kazuha.
What in the world do this
Who have we got here? Wait, I know you. You're that traveler, aren't you? The one who fought against the Fatui and Osile, right?
My reputation precedes me.
Ningguang told me about you. A traveler of great insight and remarkable skill has saved Liyue, she said. She's a hard one to please, so praise from her is high praise indeed. I remember thinking at the time that it'd be good to meet you in person. Judging by the clothes on your back and this floating thing, I guess that time has come.
Hey! The name's not Floating Thing, it's Paimon!
It's emergency food.
Paimon? What a fascinating being. You two give off not only the essence of wind and earth, but also of... yes, the stars.
Huh? The fragrance of what now? That's the weirdest compliment Paimon's ever heard.
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we should meet. And that gives our encounter meaning.
Why does the choice happen when I'm not in the room for it? Is this guy a bard by any chance?
You're not far off, but they go by a different name in Inazuma. This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally, he opens his mouth and flowers come out instead of words.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible of me not to acknowledge it with a line or two of poetry?
No, I can't argue with that. Okay then. Once the clash is underway, I'll give you a chance to perform.
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's sake tends to lack meaning.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily, especially seeing as our great hero here might be in attendance.
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash? Also, just to clarify, by great hero, do you mean...
Huh? I thought you might be here to sign up. You're telling me you've never even heard of it? The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There'll be a whole bunch of folks taking part to showcase their talents. There are two important rules. One, competitors must be renowned fighters. We want those with real martial arts ability, not just people taking part for the fun of it. So, you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out there who hasn't heard of you. Two, you can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, things get a little one-sided.
It happened again. Of course it did. Well, at least this time I'm not going to be leaving. Anyway, I don't have a vision, but...
You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. There are a few crouching tigers and hidden dragons lurking around in Liyue.
She really said
And
that.
with Liyue's savior taking part in the tournament, now that's gonna turn a few heads. I think we can expect a healthy turnout this time.
But we didn't come here to take part in a martial arts tournament.
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the prize this time round is particularly sought after. Get this. It's a masterless vision.
Yeah, don't I? Ain't I just the... Ain't that us? Well, actually, no. We're more like the visionless master.
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken that vision, it belongs to them.
Wait, what happens if we actually do open up this vision? That's gonna be kind of weird. We're gonna have like 2 different powers. I mean, we already are getting multiple, but you might know what I mean.
Is there really such thing as a masterless vision?
Why doesn't it have a master?
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. But the shell that housed that light remains.
Yeah, I knew of this.
As for whether this shell has any practical application, well, this remains to be seen. But my intuition tells me that while it remains in the world, it may just be possible for someone else to inherit it.
Yep. And the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, it's gotta be an individual of exceptional strength and talent. Organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. And hopefully this time, getting a vision to glow again. So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
A vision is of no use to me.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma, not fighting in some tournament.
Inazuma? You want to go there?
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma? No sweat. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless Vision, or a ticket to Inazuma aboard the Alcor. Up to you.
That was easy.
You just want her to take part in your tournament.
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have, the better the tournament will be. I couldn't let a competitor like you fall through the net.
What are we gonna do? Looks like we pretty much have to do this tournament if we want to get to Inazuma, huh?
I'm not worried.
Great. Then let's get you signed up. Head to the tournament arena in Guyun Stone Forest. Kazuha and I will be over soon.
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the answer is revealed.